part four of not opening a door for the enemy to come in. I've made part one, part two, part three, part four. I'll be dropping the video. The reason why I'm breaking them in so many parts is because I don't want them to be so long or lengthy. So part four, another group of people I'll be targeting, or another group of people I'll be drawing their attention, like this working class men. Them working class men, like all these my flatmates, flat neighbors. Let's say for example, if you stay for estate or city, like where I'm coming from, the most common way we call that is city. Some other people call it flat. Where you stay for all these flat, then for example in a flat building, maybe you get like 6-8 flat depending on how big. So another means where the enemy, they always pass through to attack you when they don't get a direct contact through all those flat neighbors. The reason why I say through all those flat neighbors, as a working class, maybe as a banker, as a businessman, as a traveler, where maybe you pay a house. If you see some flat as a traveler, the base in your home country, maybe you travel, go be like 3 months, come back, go be like 4 months, 5 months, all depend. You just pay your loyer, your house like 1 year. So for all these working class kind citizen or kind class, they meet all kind of people there, which is good, because through that your flat, or through that your place, your area where they stay, or your flat where they stay, it's a good thing, because there you can still network. There you meet all kind of people, like I mentioned: business, banker, voyager, travelers, all kind of people, offshore workers. It is most common when, for example, as soon as they stay for flat, as maybe neighbors, or can I say flatmate, especially just bachelors, single guys and girls with a working class in the day, in their 30s, 40s, that kind of they interact, things like that. When they talk once in a while, once I don't be used to when I serve them, once I don't decide they interact, the next thing they will not start to share favor. Before you know, when I start share food stuff and things like that. Maybe for your flat, when I still na video like when I 8 for one flat, if any man get apartment or any man get flat for the building, as soon as they communicate, they start share stuff. You think, say, oh, maybe you want to create a friendship, you want to create a bond, which is good. But it need to always turn out good in all cases, especially for those flats. Then you get single men, then when they ready for marriage, single guys, and like even from that flat, some people they be lucky way they still meet their spouses or their partner for the, which is, if you find yourself for that kind of category, fine. But me, things like that, and for the world they live in, and they always see that as an opening for enemy for coming. Because when I feel it's okay to greet your neighbor, how fine, things like that. Oh, where do you work? What do you do? It's always, that's how networking start. But when I start exchange stuff, anything of exchange, you have to be mindful of it. Anything of exchange. I know people here always like this food stuff or chewables exchange. Now mostly women them, where it's not a bad thing. But for example, if only guys they stay for some particular flat, highest they will only talk, watch ball, that kind of thing, they will talk. But when the opposite gender the day, the next thing they want exchange for favor. And one of the easiest way for a single girl where they for some flat, the eye a single guy, the next thing go answer cook, bring, and for sure how housewife material she be, which is okay if you know the girl so well, or if you're comfortable with that. But I for one, I personally, things like that, they be much more careful, because That through those means the enemy they come in. Yeah, that through those means the enemy they come in, because anything based on my own little upbringing, the things that I learned from my upbringing, anything where they go inside your system, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. So there are so many people they don't transact them that kind of style. So many people they don't use them that kind of style. So many people they don't take their destiny that kind of style. We feed them some flag, we feed them some apartment, all things they go fight. Just say, oh, my neighbor, na good neighbor. But you don't know the stuff that neighbor is made of. You don't know who that neighbor be. You don't know where that neighbor, you don't know where that neighbor they come from. Once you don't start eat, like I always use a reference of my grandmother. My grandmother, just the fortune to say I grew up with my grandmother, and she taught us a lot of things. It always use this local balance. It always use this saying. He talking for a dialect, but you know, I don't feel know how to talk a dialect, but I feel break and down, you know, for pidgin English or English where my audience they go feel understand. It always make me understand that any poisonous substance where they go into your skin, it is very dangerous, because the harm of that poisonous substance inside your skin, the harm with the cause them, our eyes no fit see. But it's the poisonous substance where they outside your skin, that one better, because you feel see, and you know how destructive it be, you know. But the one inside, because you know if you see inside, you don't know the damage really cause them. So the reason why I do all this video, I could create an awareness. I need to say all neighbors na bad neighbors, so I need to say all neighbors. The way to I try to make people understand, be say, if before you have to be much more comfortable before you want to take something from somebody. Eat when you go down into your system. You need to really don't be comfortable with that person, and for really know say yes, this person so can be trusted. Because at the end of the day, the reason why we take all these precautions, now the reason why we just be careful, you know, now for saying man not be a victim of something where you yourself afford, of something where you yourself if you manage a situation. You know, it be very painful when you pay a price for something we if you avoid. It is much more painful. The worst, if you can afford 10 times a thing, then you can't pass that because of that thing you pay this kind of price. You know, like the consequence is very aching. So be mindful. All this especially single, because it will hard to see a married man eat outside where a wife no know. So I the focus more on all these single working class men living in flats, you know, because for some guys they see it as a jest, they see it as a pride. See, they stay for some flat girls and they cook. You know, as men, we get our own things the way they boost our ego. You know, as guys, then we get this kind pride. Say I just stay for the flat, even though I get to get, but the cook can't give me that kind of thing. They feel like it with the most best thing will ever happen on the earth. You know, those things, petty things like that, they make guys then they feed themselves. And because of the ego we come behind those things, it make we know the focus for the main picture we're supposed to focus. Because even through that, some guys they don't get married for women where they don't even get to get married to, where the people it don't happen at through charm or through whatever scenario or case it may be. I remember is it 2011 or 12? So I get one of my friends, so a older brother or a big brother is alright, you know, but he live back, he live abroad, but he pay a house, they pay their own flat now yearly. So he just pay yearly, he travel all the time. Then whenever he come, he just enter a house, you know. If he big for staying at 1 month, stay big for staying at 2-3 weeks, he stay, he go back. So I remember one time when he come, so me and this my friend will go visit, visit it as my very good friend. So when he come, he always like to see me. He go tell my friend, say, you want come with your man, no, that's me come with me. Oh. So don't go for go visit it as na elder brother and a person to look up to he at that time. So I remember say, oh, go visit it on one time. Then their flat, their own apartment, like I just like the way they live. Everybody mind the business. Everybody mind the business based on like the flat get a main gate where they enter through the gate. Then before you want to enter through the building, you get another gate. For example, if your neighbor dey for down, you don't come down, you don't want come out, you do want enter, you will wait aside. The neighbor will open the main gate where they go into the building. It will open and come out. It lock am with your own key. Then it go. Then you now you stand for the way you near neighbor, you just near neighbor. When I see you now, say nobody may talk to anybody. You can put your own key, open he enter, he lock am. That means there is nothing like ma open am because say you are there, me you just enter for lock am. No, you open, you enter, a lock. Even your neighbor there, your neighbor go wait, you lock am. I should go open am with your own key. I look and say, wow, say, but now which kind of way of living this? Then like I talk, nobody talk to nobody, and all of them for that building, everybody's okay, everybody is doing extremely well. So like nobody even need nobody. Let me put it that way. I remember like, so we don't spend time for a house that day. Then I think we would calm down. We want to attend a marriage. So we calm down. Then this other lady, when I next door lady, the lady be the climb up, be the okay. The lady too be the climb up. If it come back for work or something like that. They bypass. I mean, two opposite neighbors, they bypass. What I'm saying, it should be like around 2012, 13. They bypass themselves. Nobody said hi to nobody. You understand? Because everybody's up there, everybody's feeling themselves. You know, nobody said hi to nobody. They bypass like this. Because of my inquisitive nature, so that will bypass. We don't go down one time. So I look if everywhere is, we say coast clear. I look, they ask me, I say, hey, big brother, how I live for you? So I caught those two instances. I see what will happen for you. Then see you and their neighbor, your next door neighbor, see you and I bypass myself, nobody talk to nobody. You see now, 8 times now so life get for B. Say she's up there, I'm up there. So there is no need for us to talk. If you fear us to greet, fine. No fear us to greet, any man go away, we are all okay. You see, so when you stay for that kind of environment, somehow you are still safe because there is no exchange happening. There is no exchange happening. Yeah, if there's any exchange we want happen, it will be in a bigger picture of business. Because you know if you carry food for your house, you don't want to give the person because first you don't know if the person go first collect. You know, so it will be in a. So it will be like I said, it will be in a business like wise environment. So like once there is no personal petit small exchange, enemy no fit come through. Enemy they always look through that place of exchange will come in. If there is no exchange, the enemy cannot come in. And again, why I really focus on this flag thing, because I myself, I don't find myself for those environment where by then I didn't have this knowledge. You know, I didn't have this knowledge. When I just stay guys for big apartment, any man get one apartment, when I go to exchange food, exchange all things. Maybe your girlfriend will come, you cook, you call your friend them, you and own girlfriend will come, you share food. This like when I just exchange stuff. By then it was good, and which is okay to live like that, but the society which we are living on today does not permit us to do that. Even if you want to do them, even if you, because some people they find pleasure in living like that, even if you want it to be that way, know the person to a certain degree. Just imagine, say, if person fit kill his papa and mama because of money, kill his siblings because of money, who be you? We are just a friend, you're just a neighbor. Who be you? They fit still move you for game too at any time. So like I said, this video I'm making now for draw those attention, especially for those single girls and boys, working class business guys, where they live for apart, they live for flat them, where everybody they do well. When exchange start come into exchange of go likely be an exchange of food, things like that, where exchange start come in, be mindful. Be mindful. If there is no exchange, okay, when I live in a life normally go, but once exchange start coming, you need to put a second eye on it. Yeah.